you chose the bulking path. I did this in the last one. If you didn't watch the last video and you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about, the bulking path and this and that, watch the last video. Not the last one, the one before that. By choosing this, you're gonna gain strength, you're gonna gain size, and you're gonna get a lot bigger. You're gonna gain a little bit of fat, bro. Little disclaimer. But it's winter, at least when I'm making this. So you're not really gonna be taking your shirt off and showing off to other people your abs or anything. So, brother, take my advice. This is the one that I would want you to do. You start going to the gym, obviously. Do all of that. I'll tell you how to train and all of that later on. But right now, we're just choosing the paths. Before you're going to the gym, maybe you started going to the gym, but you can still change your path. If you're skinny fat right now, I would choose bulking. How do you bulk? Start off with that. In the cutting one, I talked about macros and all that, but how do you bulk? I'm going to tell you a little bit. I have a little bit more on the other video, but I'm not going to bore you. There's one thing that's the most important one, which is called calories. Maybe you might have heard of it. Oh, that has a lot of calories. This is low calorie. Calories are basically energy units that are in the food that you eat. And then when you eat the food, your body absorbs those calories. It's basically food amount in a number. What does that do? It does a lot of stuff. A lot of very good stuff. And it could also do a little bit of bad stuff. But anyways, I'm going to teach you how to use calories and how to use these other 3 things that I'm going to tell you about to bulk, to look better, and to be jacked, which is what you want generally. I mean, that's why you're here, right? To get jacked? Probably 9 out of 10 people are here to get jacked. And I know that, bro. There's a couple things you need to know, bro. I'm just going to get straight into them, bro. Bulking, I don't know if I already said it, but you need to be in a calorie surplus. It has to be extra calories. You have to have an excess of calories. If you're making money, bro, if you're making in $10K a month, $10,000 a month, a lot of money. If that's coming into your bank account every single month, nothing's weird is happening to it. If you're making $10K a month and you need to save up for something, just spend less money than that, right? So think of the $10K a month coming in as what you burn, the calories that you burn. And then the money you're spending is how much you're taking in, how much you're eating. I know it's a little bit reversed, but that's just what I thought about right now. So the calories you're burning are the 10K a month stable. The calories you're taking in are food you eat and whatever drinks you have that are like, I don't know, like Gatorade or something that has calories. And maybe a protein shake or something like that is going to be calories coming in. Eating or drinking calories. So let's say you want to cut, which was the last video I made. You want to cut, you spend 8K a month. Because you don't really want to set yourself back too much. You don't want to go from spending 10K to spending 5K. That's too hard. You're going to live boring life because you're not going to be able to go out and have fun. And maybe you have to eat. Things are just going to be worse quality, bro. And you don't really want to offset your life quality that much. So instead of just offsetting your life quality so much, you can just spend slightly less, not so much less that your life is going so different, but it could be just a little bit of simple changes, like spending less money on the food, not going out that much, not taking Ubers, I don't know, bro. Anything that you can think of to spend less money. There's a lot of these finance people that are really good with their money, but they are not fit, which they could be if they just got some simple knowledge, which, bro, they could know, they could understand it, they could do very well if they got the knowledge. So that's probably the next people I'm gonna help, because I love the finance people, bro. They help my parents with the taxes, and They're nice to me. I just fuck with the finance people. My sister's an accountant. And if I can get them to learn this would be fire. Because it would help them a lot. And I know they do a lot of good for all these people. So why not do some good back to them? And they already know how to do it. They know how to save the money. They know how to do these little tricks. The little tricks could be like the recipes. I'm going off on a tangent right now, but if you think about it as money like that, that's if you're cutting. But if you want to bulk, if you want to make, if you want to gain weight, just spend more. Instead, and you're making in 10K a month, which is the calories you're burning, and you're spending 12K. That's a negative balance, right? But in your body, it's gonna be a positive balance because you're gonna have more. You're gonna have more calories to build muscle. You're gonna gain a little bit of fat, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I probably already explained this. I'm not 100% sure. This is the next day, so I didn't really rewatch the videos that I had before. But calories are a basic energy of food. I talked about it in the last video. Calories are basically food in a number. So let's say this steak has 800 calories. This mashed potatoes has 300 calories. I'm just throwing random numbers out there. The steak should be around 800 or 500 or maybe 400. Depends the size. You have to weigh it out so you can know exactly how much it weighs. You have to know the cut, how lean it is, how fat it is. A lot of shit. It's not 100% perfect, bro. Because there's some gonna have more fat, more lean. There's just, food can't really be quantified like that. Unless it's ultra processed, prepackaged, which is not really good for you. But you just need a rough estimate, bro. You gotta know that you're in a deficit. When you know you're in the deficit, or when you at least, your calorie tracker says you're in a deficit and you see your weight go down at the correct rate, you know that you're doing it good. You're tracking well, you're doing all these things well. So calories, let me just give you this thing. Calories are basically how much a food costs for your body. You burn 2,000 of those, usually, around there, for men and women. 2,000, maybe 2,500. Depends your size, depends your height. A lot of stuff that you can put in the calculator, and it'll give you a pretty good estimate. So I have to test that out. So this is what I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm just going to give you the things that you need to know to bulk. Simply, you can just run it easy. You don't need to know anything extra that I know. I'll tell you that later. So when you bulk, you need to have a 500 calorie surplus, maybe 200 or 300. That's what I bulk with. I don't really need 500. Usually people say 500. I get 200 or 300 extra calories per day. So when I bulk, I go from the number that I have. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's like 2,400, something like that. Also, you add in your exercise per the day so it knows. So you're not accidentally in a deficit if you do a lot of exercise. And I think with the exercise and everything, it's 2,500 maintenance. But when I'm bulking, it's 2,700, 2,800. And if I do a lot of exercise and I type it in, it could even go to 2,900, 3,000. If it's a really hard day, 3,000 calories. But that's just to get me in a surplus. I actually burned that day probably like 2,800, 2,700, somewhere around there. But the thing is giving me an extra 200 or 300 calories, so I can actually stay in my surplus, so I don't lose weight that day, and I stay on track to gain the size and muscle that I want. And I'm gonna be honest, bro, you're gonna gain a little bit of fat, a little bit, if you do it the way that I'm telling you. If you go crazy and dirty bulk, like I said not to, the cutting one, I said if you watched it, the good way is the up path, which is cutting slowly, losing fat slowly. The bad path is extreme cutting, extreme. Losing too much weight. That's the analogy that I said, from 10K to 5K. Bro, you're losing literally half of your life quality. It's not going to be good. If you lose like 20%, you still have 80%. You're fucking fine. But here, there's the good path. The slight bulk, 200 or 300 calories. Max, if you're pushing it a little bit, 500. You are pushing it a little bit, in my opinion. But then there's something very bad down below. It's called the dirty bulk. Now what I'm talking about the clean bulk. Clean bulk, simple bulk, like normal good bulk, a good bulk. This is the dirty one. The dirty one's not good. The dirty one's gonna end you, bro. Maybe not the end for you if you try really hard, but you're digging yourself into a fucking hole, bro. You're gonna be 6 feet under, not like that, but you're gonna be in a 6 foot hole, just looking. You can't fucking climb up because you can't reach. Maybe more, maybe like a 10 foot hole, bro. Because if you jump, you could probably reach it. That's it. You're in a 10 foot hole, bro. 10 feet. You can't jump and get out. You can't try to climb out. It's slippery. It's dirty. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna need someone to help you out. You're gonna need someone to throw you down the ladder. You're gonna need, or if you have your shovel, you're gonna have to dig a fuck ton of dirt out to climb up, and that's just how it is, bro. You're gonna struggle to get out of a dirty bulk. The end of a dirty bulk is not a good ending. Watch any dirty bulking video. If they actually dirty bulk, they look like dog shit. A lot of my friends, they're really skinny. They're like, oh, I'm gonna dirty bulk. My boy. I would see them take their shirt off, right, to flex. They literally, instead of just looking like normal shape, I know the light's looking pretty bad, so I don't look lean or anything. I look better than this, obviously. The things aren't fake. It's just the light's hitting me like this. But just the shape. Instead of being like this, kind of a normal shape, their shit goes like a fucking humongous thing. I know I have a little bit right now because I'm bulking. I have a little bit, bro. I have to pinch it. I have a little bit. It's not the crazy amount. But it's literally like you grab onto it. Fucking 2 ass cheeks, bro. I'm not fucking with you. It feels like you're grabbing 2 big ass fucking pillows. If they were like, instead of looking like me, they look like this. Under their shirt, it would be like this. Maybe not like this with their belly, but just the thing sticking out. It would literally feel like that. It's so weird. It's just something bizarre. That's how I can explain it. And they're getting out of it. I'm helping them, obviously. They know more than me because they figured it out and shit. But they're struggling. He's struggling. The guy is struggling. He's on 1,800 calories. He was eating like 3, maybe 4, maybe 5K. I don't know. Do not dirty bulk. Do not take that path. I don't know how else I can tell you, but just, bro, it's not a good plan. If you do it and you really need help, if you've already done it, bro, comment down below. I don't think I could quantify it into a video, bro. I'll help you. Join the Discord down below. I know I'm plugging it a lot in these videos, but genuinely, bro, like, I'll help you out. I'll get you out of the fucking dirty bulk hole. I'll throw you down a ladder so you can get out of it easily, and you don't have to shovel your fucking way out and struggle. But anyways, bro, let's keep going. The next thing you need to know is in the app, you have to edit your macros. Just search up a tutorial on how to do that. Whatever menu and setting you have to go to. And then set your protein to 1 gram per pound of your body weight. Let's say you weigh 150 pounds, you put 150 grams of protein as your target. And then for your fat, just type in 90 grams. Whatever's left over, just fill that in with carbs. Maybe you could even go 80 grams of fat if you don't like your food too fatty, or minimum, 75. I wouldn't even go to 70, to be honest. I like my fatty food a lot because it makes me satiated and makes me happy because it tastes amazing. Also, get your fat sources from the ones that I put in the tier list. I'm just going to tell you to look in the tier list if you want to know what type of food you should be eating for each macro. And I'm going to explain the macros soon. So that's very important. I'm not going to go over all the foods. It's going to take so fucking long. I'm just going to bore you. Just go to one of those videos. I explain it really better. And so anyways, your protein is what builds the muscle. It has 9 essential amino acids that your body does not make. So those are pretty much what repairs your muscles. There's little micro tears that happen when you train hard. And it's basically punching a hole in the wall. And then you have to fill it in with cement. If it's like a cement wall. So if there's a hole in the cement wall, you have to cover it with cement. But then you're going to notice it's slightly more out. Slightly. If you go to the wall and there's a hole and then you like smother it with cement, you're going to notice on the wall it's going to be slightly more out. When you do that repeatedly, the layers keep building and building and building and building. And then you look jacked. Let's continue to carbs. I'm just going to leave fat for the end because that's how most people pretty much think of it. But it's not the worst. It's very important. Actually, let me do it right now, bro. Fuck it. Fat, you die without fat. And if you die without protein either, too. If you don't have any good fat sources, or any fat sources in general, your cells literally cannot maintain their cell wall, bro. Like, it can't stay together. They break because it's made of fat, and you're gonna need the fat for other processes in your body. And it's just gonna break down, and you're done. You're done. At that point, you're done. Without protein, also your body can't repair itself, and you're done. So, fat is very important also for hormones, which make you look better and put on more muscle and feel good. Also, they have a lot of essential vitamins and minerals that you need, and they taste amazing. Also, you need them to cook food, and they're in almost every food. They're in meat. You can't really get meat without fat. They're in dairy unless you get the 0% ultra pasteurized one, which is not good for your health, very bad for your health. And then they're also in, I think some breads add in fats to make them better. They just add in everything to taste better because it's just so good. Now, let's keep on going, bro. Let's keep the roll. Now, carbohydrates. You don't die without these. The fat just gets turned into the energy that you need. You run off ketones and shit. Not optimal, but still livable. Without carbs, your body gets stressed. You make less hormones because you have less vitamins that come from fruit and from vegetables and from all of that good stuff. Without carbs, you're not going to be able to have really good workouts and pumps. You're not going to be able to have delicious fruit. You're not going to be able to have delicious honey. You're not going to be able to have all these delicious things that I'm just thinking about right now because I'm really hungry. But carbs taste really good. Also, please get good sources of carbs. These are actually detrimental if you get bad sources. Any of the macronutrients are detrimental if you get bad sources. So please look at the tier list ones because it'll pretty much just tell you what you need to eat. Now, that's pretty much it for how to bulk. Now, the next one's the Paths Unite. It's a training path. That's the next one that's going to get uploaded. I'm happy to see that you chose the bulking path. That's the one that I recommend. Love to see it, bro. Have a good day. Join the Discord if you need extra help. Just join it anyway, please. Because the 2 people that joined wrote back to them and they didn't respond. So, come on, man. Please be on it so you can talk on it. Thank you for watching, bro. Have a good day. Get jacked. I'm kind of tired. So, get jacked.